Hey neighbor, welcome back. It's Christmas time here at Hoss, and we getting all geared up for Christmas. Christmas is going to be over with before we know it. And I got my sidekick back today. Thank you guys for the prayers last week. We all doing better. So
yeah, he ended up with 2 stents. We were able to avoid the open heart. He's doing much better, and I truly appreciate all the concerning prayers. As well as Gene Paw does too. Yep,
absolutely. Today we got an exciting show. We're talking about different type of greens. They're also going to pepper in a little segment of what was the most popular season next year. And I'm going to give my commentary on what I think maybe will be overtaken in the year to come.
Because it's time to plan. All these seeds catalogs are coming in, getting you all geared up and pumped up. So it's time to think about, write yourself a plan for what you're going to plant in the spring.
All right, but first we got a bunch of greens here to go over. Welcome to the Row by Row Gardening Show, the best dadgum gardening show on the internet, where we talk about gardening, a little bit of cooking, and growing your own food. Now sit back and enjoy. Man, our garden is just pumping out the greens right now, and we're going to be, for the holidays, we are set. I mean, we are set to the T. We can eat greens every meal and have plenty. I want you to look at what all you've got right here. Ain't this amazing?
Got a test for you.
You got a test for me?
Yeah. Can Hoss identify his greens?
Oh, I think I can.
You think it? There's 10 here.
Yep.
Okay. Start at that end.
This right here? And now, to be fair, I just walked in here and seen this, so I have no idea. This, folks, is all top turnip. Purple top. That's purple top. Oh, I missed that one.
But you got turnip. You're in the...
I knew it was a turnip. I thought it was all top. But the all top has, come to think of it, does have bigger leaves there. So this is, see here, this is serrated. Yep, I see it now. Okay, the all top has more fuller leaf there.
So you've missed one already.
Missed one already. I got the name, not the type, but the variety.
No.
All right, this right here is, oh man, now you got me all worried. I would have said collard, but it's not.
No.
This sleeve is a broccoli leaf.
No.
It is a cabbage leaf? Oh yeah. No brainer now that I see it. It's a cabbage. See how it's shaped right there? All right, here we've got mustard greens. Now this is Florida broadleaf mustard. No?
It's from the seed tape.
Well, okay.
I mean, it's mustard. I'm going to give you that.
Yeah, I got that one. Cilantro.
No.
Celery, cilantro. Celery. This is celery. This is tango celery because I planted this.
Well, it came from my garden.
I know, but I planted it in your root pouch. This one right here is a collard green. Yep, I got that one. That's top bunch collard. And we've got kale.
That's easy.
That's easy. And we've got spinach.
From the seed tape.
From the seed tape, which is easy. We've got broccoli.
Yay!
I nailed that. Yep. And we got 2 honorable mentions on the end. This is something different. This is something different. I'm not mentioning. This is different. Brussels sprouts.
Yep.
All right. And the end, hand me one of the end down there. I'm going to go with cauliflower.
Yay!
Yep.
So you only miss one.
I miss
cabbage.
Cabbage. Now look at that. How can I miss that cabbage? Look at that leaf right there.
Well, I mean, it's...
No, it's not similar. I don't know why I'd missed it. And
all right, so you made 90.
I made a 90, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let us know if you could guess them and what your score would be.
I'm sure a lot of people out there could. You know, one reason I knew this was broccoli, see how much darker green it is? That's a dead giveaway on the green magic broccoli right there.
But to me, the broccoli and the collards, well, now that I got them side by side, cauliflower.
Yep.
Broccoli
and collards. They are similar.
They are very similar.
But just a good bit greener.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are a lot greener leaf.
And you can eat all these leaves, even though it's broccoli, even though it's cauliflower.
Yep.
Even though it's cabbage, you can eat all these leaves.
Yep. Absolutely.
I wonder what it would taste like all together.
Just like a medley.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have done cilantro. You would have got that though.
Yeah, I would have got cilantro.
Okay.
Sadly. All right, so folks, we're going to be going into some most popular seeds that we sold for 2024, and I'm going to tell you, because I did a video on this last week for my Sunday night video, and we thought we'd expand on it just a little bit. Not only tell you what the most popular seed was, but what is an up-and-coming variety that may take it over.
Right, and the video you did on Sunday, and we'll link it up here at the top, was the overall top 10.
Yep.
We're going to break it down by category. Like what's the top bean, the top tomato. And this is not saying this is the top in the world or the country. This is what our top sellers are. And we have a lot of times when people call, they say, what's your best seller on broccoli? Or so, and usually the best sellers are some of the best seeds.
And if you hear anything in the background, Maggie's helping with the camera setup today. She's checking all the camera setups and making her rounds. She's underneath the table right now. There she is, yeah.
Okay, so let's start. And we're going to go kind of in alphabetical order. Beans.
Hall's Green Blaze was our #1 seller bean, and I do not expect anything to take it over. That's a variety that...
You going to show it or not?
Yeah, I'm going to show it.
It is a new bush bean.
A newer for us, yeah.
Newer for us.
And it's not been out that terribly long. It's not an old variety by no means.
And what's so good about it is it's so heat tolerant and prolific.
Yeah, this one right here, folks, I expect this to sell more and more and more every year because this is such a wonderful variety here, and it has some attributes to it that no other green bean has. So, Hall's Green Blaze bean, I expect it to grow more and more in sales. I expect more people to move to it than some of these older varieties. The problem with these older varieties out there that you may have name recognition, Blue Lake, Jade, some of them are older varieties. Some of the genetics are getting a little bit weak on them. So even though they got really good name recognition and they favorites for generations of families, some of these new varieties such as Hall's Green Blaze is going to be superior varieties.
Okay. Next on the list, beets.
Beets. Now see, beets, Detroit Dark Red is our bestseller one, but there's another one out there that's not as popular called Merlin. Merlin has the highest sugar content of any beet that we know of. Detroit Dark Red has been around a long time, but I think Merlin is going to end up giving Detroit Dark Red a run for its money, simply because it has such a high sugar content.
Okay. Broccoli.
Broccoli here is Green Magic, and folks, y'all know I have touted Green Magic for a long time because of its heat tolerance as a broccoli. However, I think there's another variety called Emerald Crowned that's going to probably end up taking over Green Magic's. It may happen in 2025, may happen in 2026. I think it could very easily happen in 2025. And I tell you the reason, Emerald Crown does better in all slots, pretty much in all different regions. I think it's probably going to end up being more of a consistent variety. It has great disease resistance, probably a little bit more better disease resistant than Green Magic, and it's a better all-around variety for every zone.
Okay.
So,
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, this one here is going to be hard to overtake.
Do you know yours? I think you're going to have Brussels sprouts.
Oh, I got a heck of a crop of Brussels sprouts, yeah.
I think you're going to be lucky this year.
Jade Cross Hybrid Brussels sprouts, I don't see anything taking this one over right here. I think this is probably going to be the one to stay with for a while. This is the one I planted this year. This is the one I recommend, Jade Cross. It is it's a great one right here. You know, the key to them is you got to plant them early enough in the late summer, early fall to get them in. So that's where I've done well with mine this year. You can't plant them late because cold weather hits when they just don't grow off real quick. 90 days to maturity. But I got a really good crop so far.
I'm excited. Cabbage.
Cabbage. Stonehead has been a Hoss favorite for a long period of time, but I'm working off memory right here. I don't leave any close. I'm going to tell you a variety to look out for that I think is going to overtake Stonehead in probably 2025. Extreme Vantage. Extreme Vantage is a newer variety of cabbage. It's way more uniform, has complete disease resistance, and it's a good all-around performer. It's from Staccato, which is one of our favorite breeders out there. Biggio actually has a couple of new varieties out there that we've not picked up on yet, but we may end up picking up one of those. But Extreme Advantage is going to be a consistent producer that yields well, that I think is probably going to take over Stonehead. Maybe 2025, if not 2026.
Carrots.
Wow, there's a lot of carrots out there, and we recommend a lot of different carrots, but this Rainbow Blend right here
is our best seller.
And this is the seed tape, and it's our best seller by far. And the reason is it has these rainbow amount of colors there. Now, carrot production as far as commercial carrots goes, there's a lot of things that needs to come into play to make it a good commercial variety. It has to have consistent, disease-resistant, consistent sized carrots on there because they're a great amount. But for the home gardener, I don't think this purple, this Rainbow Blend right here can be beat.
Now, for just regular carrots, Corota is my favorite.
Corota's a good one. But everybody loves this rainbow because all you get those different colors and some different size ones in there.
And it has fertilizer in there. It's easy to plant, no guesswork. Just a no-brainer. Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, I looked at this morning and I was trying to give y'all an optional twister. We got some good colored cauliflowers out there. We got some cheddars and some purples and things like that. They're great to grow. They do good. But they are different colored cauliflowers. For a white cauliflower, if you want a white cauliflower twister, I got some that's almost ready out in the garden right now. I don't think Twister's going to be beat. Twister is an excellent variety if you want just a standard.
And what's good about this is it twists around.
Protects that head.
Protects that head.
Yep.
Collards.
Collards. You know, this is interesting right here. Of all things, you got me a bunch of
No, I had it all in order.
You had it all in order, and I done messed it all up, man. Georgia Southern Collard was our top performing collard. Now, I find this interesting. I would have never guessed that looking at the reports. Georgia Southern Collard. Okay. So we know this is a good standard variety that's been around forever.
Very heat tolerant, cold tolerant.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of your standard collards. Now, Top Bunch we know is a superior collard for commercial production and for the home gardener in my book. So I think Top Bunch should outperform Georgia Southern Collard as the homeowner garden. I really think it should. But another one to be on the lookout for, we don't have the seeds in stock now, but we're going to have these seeds within the next 60 days. I've grown out 3 different crops of them. I've been able to source an old heirloom Alabama blue collard. Got some planted in the greenhouse, got some planted in the garden right now. Now these have a purple stem to them, and they have some purple on the leaf.
Yeah, there's some in that bucket over there.
Oh, really?
I don't know if...
Maybe way down in there. Be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a good one to grow. I don't know that it's going to take over Georgia Southern Collard because it has such name recognition, but that's going to be one you probably want to try. But I do think Top Bunch is a superior collard to Georgia Southern.
Sweet corn.
Sweet corn. All right, let me dig through here and find sweet corn.
Is peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream. And the one reason a lot of people love growing peaches and cream, I think they are better varieties out there. This has been around forever. Peaches and cream. What a wonderful name. It's a bicolor. So I think a superior corn to this right here is going to be Seminole XR. By a wide margin, Seminole XR is a better corn than peaches and cream here. It's a new variety.
It holds better as far as harvest.
Yeah, and man, I had an in-depth conversation about that with the corn breeder the other day that we're going to talk about later. But Seminole XR, although Seminole XR may not be around for a long period of time, we're probably going to have it for another year or two. There are a lot of work being done on better sweet. If there's anything out there that there's been a lot of good breeding done on, it is sweet corn. So peaches and cream, I would highly encourage you peaches and cream growers out there to try some of these newer varieties. I think you'll be blown away.
On corn.
I don't know that this will be replaced because simply it's got such a great name.
On corn, our corn seeds we don't get in till
some we're getting them in now. We're getting them in as they kind of trickle in there. So we're getting most of them in now. We'll get some more in later on. It's not something that's real consistent.
Yeah. Field corn.
Oh, field corn. Now I don't see this one going anywhere. Jimmy Red corn's in our top 10 of all seeds that we sell, and Jimmy Red corn is an heirloom variety that I think is off the chain. So I see more and more people growing this right here. We sell a lot of this to distilleries to make bourbon out of it, and a lot of it. So, and
we have packets in stock, but we don't have.
We sell out of bulk every year by
people buy.
End of May, we're always out of stock, and we get all we can get every year. So, this one right here is a wonderful one right here, and I don't ever, in the next few years, or something bad happens, I don't see this one going by the wayside.
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers. All right, now this is one I grew for you last year, and I really like this one. Honey Rock Cantaloupe.
We're on cucumbers.
Oh, you said cucumbers. I said cantaloupes.
It starts with
All right. Now, this was weird to me. See this nationally pickling cucumber right here? It's an old variety. I mean, an old variety. I believe it's an OP type cucumber here. Been around forever. I was amazed that it was a top seller. We got way better cucumbers out here, y'all. We got the Hossinator pickling and the Hossinator sliced little cucumber. There is
I just think everybody recognizes that
they
name.
do, but we've got way better cucumber. So buy the Hossinator series of cucumber, and you will outperform this one by a large portion, as far as the amount of cucumbers it makes, and as far as disease resistance. So
I'm excited. I want to try those mini me's this year.
I grew them last year. Those mini me's are cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, eggplant.
Eggplant. So this one right here, Black Beauty's been around for a long time. This is the standard, one we sold more of than anything. There's a new variety, Black Stallion, that is upcoming. It's a better variety than this one right here, and I expect it to give Black Beauty a run for its money. Whether it'll take it over, I don't know, but Black Stallion has just been out maybe a year and a half. A very consistent, big, smooth eggplant that's going to outproduce Black Beauty.
Mustard.
Mustard greens, all right.
Florida broadleaf mustard.
This is your standard mustard, folks, right here. This one's going to be, I don't see anything replacing this one. However, if you want to try something different, try Savannah mustard. We got Savannah mustard planted in the garden.
Now, the mustard that's from our seed tape, I don't remember the name, but that's what's right there.
Yeah, it's real similar. It's real similar to this right here. I couldn't tell the difference in the two leaves right here. But Florida broadleaf is a slick leaf mustard like that one right there. So that's probably Florida broadleaf right there. So I don't anticipate anything on that. The seeds are well known. Everybody knows what a mustard is, thinks about Florida broadleaf mustard. There's not been a lot of work done on hybridizing mustard, so there you have it right there. I don't see that one going anywhere.
Lettuce.
Now there's a lot of lettuces out there. I mean, a lot of them. And I have trialed some. We're adding a couple new varieties. Coastal Star romaine lettuce here is a staple of a lettuce that grows well everywhere. This particular one is pelleted seed, which makes it easy. You can get really confused going with lettuces because there's many textures and colors and sizes and romaines and baby greens. For your standard loose leaf lettuce, this right here is a good one.
Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe. All right. I just had cantaloupe a while ago and you threw me. I grew this one for you last year. This is a good one right here. Honey Rock. This one did extremely well for us.
Extremely well. Tasted good. Lasted.
Yeah, it's All American Selection winner. It's a smaller cantaloupe, but this one did. Well. I would recommend this. I don't see anything overtaking Honey Rock. It's a good one.
Okra.
Okra. All right. Our #1 selling seed for 2024 was Jambalaya Okra. This one right here is a wonderful, and if you followed us at any, you know we just talk a lot about jambalaya.
Was it in your top 10?
It was #1.
Oh.
It was #1. So jambalaya was our #1 seed, and it has held that position before. It didn't last year, but it's held, I think it was #2 last year, but it's held #1 position before. If you want to try something different, and by no means am I going to say this one's going to take over Jambalaya spot, because it's not. Red Burgundy, I think is a really good, consistent okra, especially for pickling. If you're going to pickle an okra, I would probably go with the Red Burgundy, but the Jambalaya is going to outproduce any of them. Makes a smaller plant, smaller leaf, needs to be a smaller pod, a dark green pod. So that was our #1 seller, okra.
Onion.
Onion, man, this is weird. We just got a huge order for these in this week. I mean, a huge order. 1015 Texas Supersweet onion was our most popular onion. I don't think this is the best onion out there, folks. I've said it before. This is an older variety. It is a good onion. It's a good onion. I like the Vidor better. I think the Vidor this is a round type onion. Our Vidor is a flat type onion. I think Vidor is a superior onion. I don't expect it to take the place of this right here because Texas Supersweet has such a, it's known everywhere. So that's interesting right there, though, as far as onion goes.
Peas.
Peas.
Field peas.
Yep. Our #1 selling field pea was Mississippi Pinkeye Purplehull. See right there?
We're currently out of stock.
Out of stock, and we'll get them in probably February, March.
Yeah, now peas we don't get in till later.
It's a nightmare to me every year.
And then a lot of times we're promised, or we've ordered, and then
they'll cut our order back.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. We'll get zippers and all that in a little later on. Don't fret it. You want to make sure you buy good fresh seed on these peas. A variety that I think should take this spot is Top Pick. I think Top Pick, Pinkeye should take this top spot right here. That one got good name recognition. I do think the other one's a better variety.
English peas.
English peas. This one right here was our most popular. Super sugar snap pea. Say that 100 times over and over. A good one, good all around one right here. If I had to give an alternative to this one, it would be Sugar Prince. I think it's probably a little better variety. And Sugar Prince can be eaten as a sugar snap, or you can let it mature out to a regular English pea. So it's kind of a dual purpose there. I prefer Sugar Prince over this one just a little bit.
I prefer Green Arrow.
Green Arrow is an older variety.
I
really?
know, but I do.
You think it's a better one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just what I was raised with and what I'm used to.
Yeah, okay.
Pepper.
All right, folks, the bell pepper right here. This is the standard. This was our best-selling bell pepper, and for good reason right here.
Well, overall's peppers.
Overall pepper is the best seller? Really? Bell pepper, which is the most popular pepper out there. This is a Hossinator F1 hybrid here. If you're going to plant a bell pepper, a regular green a green 2 red bell pepper, the Hossinator is it. Best disease resistance, produces well, that's it right there. So stay with that one.
Radish.
Radish. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
I think it's a seed tank radish.
Yep. All right, there's a lot of radishes out there. French breakfast, folks. It's just a good all-around variety. It's been around forever, but it is a good all-around radish. There's some different ones out there. We got a new plum type one that I'm going to plant and try out. But this French breakfast,
it's an elongated.
Yep, does good, and it'll perform well for you. So if you just want a radish, I will try this one first. If you want to experiment, we got some different ones out there.
Pumpkins.
Pumpkins, this is going to be interesting. So it's no surprise to you guys that Seminole Pumpkin is our #1 seller right there. Seminole Pumpkin was an old heirloom variety that does all the way down into Florida. In the South here, this is one we can grow. It's named after the Seminole Indians that grew this variety. It was a staple for their food forever. Here's one that I used to carry a long time ago, and I couldn't get seeds anymore, but I understand they got a new seeds from that. There's one called Bulldog Pumpkin. We may be able to get some seeds of. I got to check on that. University of Georgia found a Bulldog Pumpkin down in South America. They named it Bulldog. But they found a variety growing wild in South America that has good disease resistance. I've grown it before. It does well. It does extremely well with powder and downy mildew in the South. The problem with Bulldog Pumpkin, it has a little bit of a different color to it than most pumpkin does, and it's not real consistent in size. But it's a fun pumpkin to grow, and if you're in the deep South, you can grow it.
Spinach.
Spinach, all right. This is right here that I want to go with. Sun Angel hybrid spinach here is just a good standard spinach to go with. I don't see anything can take over. Now we have some baby leaf. We have some larger leaves. So if you want to grow spinach that has a particular leaf size, you can do a little digging around and find the one that suits you. But just for an all-around spinach, Sun Angel is our best seller and the one to go with.
Summer squash.
Summer squash, this one right here one. And we got several varieties of summer squash. This one right here is Gentry, is our best one. If you want a regular summer squash, this one, it has a slick skin on there, unlike the old heirloom types. It has a little bumpy type skin on there, and we have that variety. But this variety here outsells it tremendously. So Gentry squash is a great one to plant if you just want a regular crookneck squash. Good disease resistance, and it produces really well.
Winter squash.
Winter squash, our best seller is Waltham butternut squash. However, I would tell you, if you've not grown delicata and you've not grown, what's the other one?
Sweet
dumpling and delicata. Now they're peppos. So Waltham butternut squash has kind of a larger vine. But you guys that are raised beds out there that want to try to grow a winter squash, try sweet dumpling and delicata. They have a more compact vine, and you could probably grow them in raised beds. And they are sweet and delicious. Butternut has good storage. Waltham butternut is a good storing butternut, and it's a good staple. So I don't see anything taking the butternut category from Waltham.
Okay. Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. I'm gonna go over several right here. All right, let me get to my notes here because I made some notes on this one right here. So our best selling slicing tomato is the Hossinator hybrid. Nothing's going to take this one over here. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on there. The best slicing tomato on the East Coast of the United States. The most popular tomato on the East Coast of the United States here. So it's a determinate variety. So if you want to grow a red slicing tomato, nothing's going to touch that one. All right, so let's move into this one right here. So Sun Sugar hybrid tomato. It's been around for a good while. This is a cherry tomato. This is an indeterminate. All the breeders out there range or they test their indeterminate cherries against Sun Sugar here because it has such great flavor. Sun Sugar don't crack as bad as some of the other varieties, and this is the staple that everything is measured against right here. So that's a good one. I'm gonna give you a couple other options from this one right here because this is a yellow type tomato here, but if you've never grown that, you gotta grow on Sun Sugar. I can't talk to that. All right. Don't have the seed packs, but I'm going to mention these to you. If you are limited on space and you don't have a lot of area and you need to grow a small tomato plant, Red Coral is a great cherry tomato to grow, and vine don't get very big at all. It's a determinate at best, probably classified as a semi-determinate because it's pretty small. It's going to have good disease resistance. It's going to be a good tomato to grow. Red Coral for a small plant. We got a couple ones that I think in the grape category that you should try. One of them is Mingle Mix. I've seen Mingle Mix, which is a grape tomato grown in a commercial setting this last year that did extremely well. And it has all those different colors right there. Good disease resistant, that was going to perform well for you. Sweethearts is another one that we've gotten that is probably the best tasting red grape tomato out there. Sweethearts, indeterminate type, but try that one right there if you want a really good tasting indeterminate grape tomato. I would either go with Mingle Mix or Sweethearts. Sweethearts is your standard red.
All right, turnips.
Purple top turnips was our #1 seller. Turnips, and that's this one right here, folks. It makes the big purple root on there as well. If you don't like this, go with the all top. Purple top. It's been around forever. It's like the mustard.
Yeah, and the root on it, we cooked some last weekend. I actually cooked them as if I would potatoes.
And they were good.
It tasted like, it'd be a good potato replacement.
Now, I don't care for the roots in the turnips like you cook them, but the way you cooked them the other night, they were really good.
Yeah. Cooked them in some bacon grease and then threw them in the oven and roasted them.
Yep.
Ooh, they were good.
All right. Next,
watermelons.
Sangria Watermelon right there, folks, I think is the best watermelon for the home gardener. Good disease resistance, good tasting watermelon. If you want something a little different, try Yellow Dog, which is a seeded yellow, smaller watermelon. But Sangria right here is the one to go with for a standard watermelon.
Okay. And that's the end of the list.
Honorable mention right here, Berkely Tie Dye, folks. This was our best tasting tomato.
I had that on my list to talk about when we hit potatoes. Yeah.
Potatoes. Yep. This one right here, folks. You don't grow a lot of them. Try you some of these. They don't have a lot of disease resistance to them. But then, man, this flavor of these things was off. You grew them in your garden. These things were awesome. Berkely Tie Dye. It's not going to be your go-to, but it's going to be your novelty type thing that I think you should
just
grow.
do something different.
Yep. All right, folks, potatoes, we have seed potatoes on pre-sales. So go get your potatoes.
Do you know what the #1 potato was?
Yukon Gold. Yep. And Red Norland would be #2.
We actually sold more of the samplers than the individuals.
Yep. Yep. Yukon Gold's a great one. What else we got going on? Oh, folks, on your Christmas shop, and I think at this point you're probably better off to buy gift certificates. I would tell you that I would love to be able to tell you can still order tonight and get our Christmas packages out to you and you get them before Christmas. But with the load of packages that the USPS is having to deal with, and even
we
UPS,
could get it out, but the post office would not get it to
or
you.
UPS, and UPS is generally pretty good. They are loaded up. So at this point, if you got to buy a Christmas gift and you want to order it online, just give them a gift certificate.
I ordered a Christmas gift on December 1st, and I still haven't got it.
I know, it's pitiful.
Yeah.
I was at our local post office yesterday, and they told me it's the heaviest day ever. It was yesterday.
Wow. We went on a little trip this weekend fishing.
Yep.
Stopped at, I'd say, a little
Savannah's was the name of it.
Savannah's, a little roadside restaurant. And somebody came up to us and said,
asked us if we knew anything about the Hossinator. And I said, well, we might know a thing or two.
Anyway, Russell Bennett.
He goes by Russell.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his given name, Russell.
A nice conversation.
Yep.
If you ever see us out in public, please speak to us. He even bought our breakfast.
Yeah, thank you, Russell, for the breakfast anyway.
That was quite
great running into somebody. We was on an early morning fishing trip down to St. Mark's, so it was interesting to run into Russell and talk to him. It's always uplifting to see people that follow us and the people we've been able to help and that kind of thing.
And he's been a long time customer.
Yeah, long time. Yep. All right, so we got Garden Spotlight of the Week.
Is Harold Bonnet? I probably messed that name up.
Harold, we're sorry about that.
Zone 9,
the cauliflower, man.
Louisiana. Whitest cauliflower I have ever had. Frost gets my cabbage, but they keep on growing.
Yep, look at there. That's a pretty picture of that frost one. That's what makes them sweet, makes them good right there. And look at his broccoli. My goodness. Did he say what kind of broccoli that is?
No, he didn't say what kind it was.
Wow, it's huge. It's like Godzilla almost. Yep. Huge. Thank you, Harold. Folks, on the set here somewhere is the Grinch.
Grinch. Old goats on vacation. So if you can find the Grinch, put it in the comments where you found it, and we'll put your name in a drawing next week. Last week's winner of sighting of the Grinch is Leanne Blurton. Did I say Blurton or Bluton? Bluton? Blurton. Blurton. Yeah. Leanne, send us your shipping information to support@growhouse.com, and we'll get you some dirty socks out in the mail. Oh, there they are. Leanne, boy, you'll be sporting around, won't you? And also, if you comment where you found the Grinch, we're going to have a big drawing after Christmas for a nice big surprise. Oh, really? You know what that surprise is? No, I haven't decided yet. Haven't decided yet. All right, folks. We will not see you again before Christmas. Right. So from Miss Hoss and I, Mama Hoss and I, and the entire staff here at Hoss, we wish all of you a Merry, Merry Christmas. And we'll see you next year.